What's going on, guys? Josh here with Trax RC. In today's video, it's kind of a different video because it's one that I wasn't planning on making, but I feel like I do want to make it just so you guys are in the loop a little bit. So yes, you read the title and thumbnail right. I have decided that I'm going to sell the Kraton EXB mainly because I don't want to put money into it to get it to where I want it to be, because there's other things that I need to spend money on, which I'll get to in a little bit. But for those of you guys that don't know, I acquired this RC car in a trade with my Stampede 4x4, just run on 3S VXL system. Nothing great, but it worked well. But every other part was basically maxed out to be bulletproof. And the reason why I decided to trade that RC car for this one is because I just wasn't having fun with the Stampede anymore. I didn't like the small scale of it, and just overall I just didn't really enjoy it anymore. And that's when I traded it for this RC car, which I found on Facebook Marketplace for $375. So I messaged the guy and he was like, yeah, I'll trade you this for the Stampede. He had it listed as a roller too. There weren't any electronics, and when he said that he would include the electronics, I was shocked because it's an 8S system. It's a Mamba Monster 8S ESC and then a Spectrum 8S motor. It's massive. Very overpowered. So in the past couple videos with the Kraton 6S, you guys have seen me rebuild it to what it is now. I mean, it's really spotless. There's not a single flaw on this RC car. It is basically stock. The only upgrades that it has is the electronics. It has aftermarket tires, and then the steering bushings have been replaced for bearings, and the center diff has earplugs in it, so then it's basically locked, but there's still a little bit of movement. And that's literally all the upgrades it has right there. Actually, I forgot to mention it also has an aluminum wing mount, and that's it. Now, because of the 8S system, I feel like it needs more. The things that I was going to do to it is M2C chassis. I was going to do an RPM wing mount, a stronger servo, RPM front arms, new tires, and then I was also going to get 2 4S batteries and maybe new gearing. And then the last thing that I was going to do is drive shafts, because I heard that they can bend. These ones aren't bent though, they're good, but it was just going to be a peace of mind kind of thing so that I wouldn't have to worry about it. I mean, that's all the upgrades that I was planning on doing, and it's actually, when you add up the cost, it's pretty expensive for just those few things. I think it was like between $300 and $500, somewhere around that range. And I'm already selling this RC car. It's a Slash 2-wheel drive. I built it for water skipping, but it has Stampede tires on it right now. It comes with all my Slash spare parts. Of course, the radio, TBR front skis, stock Slash tires, as well as Stampede paddle tires for water skipping, and then of course the 2 bodies. Now, the original plan was to sell that Slash to pay for the upgrades on this Kraton, but when I thought about it, I mean, I have someone coming to look at it and they're offering me $230. I had it listed for $275, and for $230 that gets me maybe 4S batteries and a chassis. I still have a ton of upgrades that I wanted to do to this thing, and that's just not going to cut it. So now you can see kind of the financial dilemma that I'm in, because I really don't want to spend a ton of money out of pocket to make this thing how I want, because I already have a pretty similar RC car, the Kraton 4S, which I think is perfect how it is. And with the money that I get for this RC and the Slash back there, I'm actually going to buy a few upgrades for the Kraton 4S. The first one, and probably the only one for right now, is going to be an M2C basher bar for the chassis, because I have broken the chassis 2 times already. And then I'll just have money in pocket to do things later down the road as they come up on the Kraton 4S. And I still love this RC. Like, as of right now, I like it better than the 6S, just because the power, I feel like it puts the power down a lot better. So for a basher, I'm perfectly okay with just having the Kraton 4S, because really that's all I use. And then I also have the ARRMA infraction here. I just absolutely love this RC. It's so much fun. I have had 2 problems come up with it. They were off camera, so I didn't get it on video, but one of the front drive shafts basically fell apart on me, and then I must have hit something really hard right here because it cracked the chassis by the Nerf bar, and I had to glue it all together. You can see all the super glue right there by my finger, but there is even a dent in the battery that I was using. But I mean, other than that, I love this RC. Oh yeah, I also rotated the tires too, because these ones up here were in the back and they were getting so wore down. I want to get a little bit more life out of them, so I just rotated them so then they have even wear. So we got the Kraton 4S, the infraction. I also forgot about the Pro Boat Shockwave up there, which I don't use all too often, but those are my RCs. And then these 3 right here, the E-Revo, Capra, and VSCX10 II. You guys that are newer to the channel probably have never seen these before, especially the VSCX10 II and the Capra, but these are Collins RCs. He's my cousin, and we started this channel together many years ago, and he hasn't really done too much with the channel as of late, but he gave me these RCs to store at my workshop basically, so then I can use them and make content since he isn't able to all the time. But these may make a comeback, especially the crawlers, and I'll get to that here in a second. So as for the 2023 lineup, this is going to be what is staying for sure. Now, at the start of the video, I had mentioned that something that I want to buy basically with the money from the Kraton 4S and the Slash, and that would be a camera. Like, I'm talking a real camera. I want a Sony a7 III. It's $2,000. I also want like $700 in other filming equipment. I mean, professional items I'm talking, not like a new GoPro or a little drone, because I really want to start doing like client type work and make money on the side, not just from YouTube. I already have a lot saved up for that, but it'd be nice to not have anything come out of my pocket, which as of right now would be like $500. So plus I need to make money too. I feel like that'd be really cool, because for those of you that don't know, I drive a Jeep, and Jeeps are money pits, and there's a lot of money that I need to spend on that for maintenance before I go off to college next fall. And I'm going to Utah for college and to wheel, obviously. So yeah, there's definitely money to be spent there as well. And to me, it really doesn't make sense to keep this RC around financially and kind of for the channel too, because I already have the Kraton 4S. As of right now, I like it better just because of its handling. Don't want to put money towards this thing right now. There's other things that I need, and yeah, that's why I'm selling it. Now, when I sell this RC, I'm going to be including all the parts that I got with it. So that would be the stock tires. There is one of them that has a little hole. So, I mean, they're still usable, I guess, but they just blow up really easily, I've heard. And then I'm also throwing in all of these spare parts. There are brand new rear lower arms. I think another one, so 3. And then the old battery tray. This is the one that the previous owner used to run 8S. The Velcro straps are absolute garbage, and he cut up the battery tray so much that it's almost not even a battery tray. Like, there's no security, so I put a fresh one in there. We got diff gears for the EXB diffs. We have brand new stub axles, body posts and stuff in here, and then of course an EXB sticker. So those are the extra parts that I have. Oh yeah, there's one more actually. The last upgrade is an RPM front upper arm. Now there's only one, and it works out perfect because when I was rebuilding this RC car, I noticed that this arm right here has a slight crack in it. This is the direct replacement, so we're gonna have one front RPM arm. So it's gonna be better than having a cracked one, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap this out after the video. And the last thing that I actually just remembered. So this is the radio that I've been using with the Kraton 6S. It's not my radio, it's actually Colin's, because he uses it for the VSCX10 II, and I can't sell this RC with this radio since it's not mine. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find another radio and swap it in. So over here, what do we got? These are my current radios. That's the boat, can't use that. This is the Infraction and the Kraton 4S. That's the Capra. That's the E-Revo. So what do we got for remotes over here? We're not using that one. That one's 27 megahertz. We have another STX2. This is the one that I actually got with the Kraton. So I think I'm just going to throw this one in actually. Now, do I have a receiver for it? That's the question. That's extra wire, EC5s. Where's my receiver bag? Heat shrink, servos, motors, ESCs, receivers. There we go. We had an SR something, I think that's the one. SRX200. Yeah, so I'll throw that radio system in it, I guess. I know it's not the best. It has a delay, but it's something. Maybe the buyer won't notice, or I don't know. I mean, these are all Collins parts in here. Let's see if he has a receiver for another radio. Oh, we got the Tactic. I don't know if the buyer would like this. I think the SCX2 is better. Oh, there's a receiver right there. That's a Trax TQ with no antenna. That's nice. Yeah, there's nothing. Go down one. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, that's the WL Toys radio. That does not work. That's filming. Oh, yeah. Remember that? Colin gave me this. I should probably rebuild it, but yeah, it's an SCX10 II chassis. Comment down below if you want to see that. But yeah, I think this is the setup that I'm going to throw in this thing because I can't sell this. Yeah, I'm going to throw this ARRMA in and then also the STX2. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. So yeah, with the future of the channel, I'm not really sure yet because I will be going to college in the fall. And I'm probably not going to bring any RC cars for the first semester at least. probably won't bring a basher, maybe just a crawler. I'm really not sure yet. It's really all up in there right now because I will be 15 minutes away from Sand Hollow. And if you follow anything off-road related, you know that that's a pretty hot location for off-roading, and it's 15 minutes away from my dorm, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm going to put all these parts in, and I'll definitely put a link to the listing of the Kraton 6S if you want to purchase it. I really don't want to ship it. The buyer would pay for shipping, but so you guys, I'll see you guys in the next video on Trax RC. Aside from my soul.